Hello. It's Vlog 46. This is Zero Melia MD. Since I've been promoting a lot of stuff on my YouTube channel, today I'd like to do a vlog about Mondriaan Aurora Montessori School. This was a video I posted last 2019 during the Mondriaan Aurora intramurals. You can see my kid Marcus having a great time with his classmates during what could have been the last fun run in this oval track in Olongapo City. Marcus loves to run and play even as a toddler. I admit he's very hard to teach, but I just let him do his thing. And this was him doing his thing. He outran all of his classmates but stopped and cried when he was about to finish first because he thought everybody quit racing. When a classmate went past him, he was back again on his feet and won the race first. It was a funny sight because he didn't know he was more athletic than his classmates. He got it from his mother's gene, not mine. I was sickly as a kid. I had asthma and tuberculosis because I was born poor in the heart of Manila. And that's the preschool fun run that I had uploaded a few years ago. I made great editing there, but I didn't do much justice in explaining it. This was why it was tagged as reused content by the new YouTube algorithm, even though the video is original. The next video is the cheerleading competition compilation that happened later in the same day. Everything started with each class level prepping up for their practice cheer. The preschoolers were all over the place and I have no idea how they were going to pull it off with Marcus. My kid was just into his own thing most of the time. The preschoolers had really awesome face paint on. I guess this was their game phases. After all the required ceremonies, it was finally game time. The preschoolers were all up and doing their routine, but my Marcus was crying in place. It was so cute, I just kept filming. The teachers had a hard time to get everybody in sync. This was preschool and it would take a miracle to do so, but I love how they were patient with the kids, even to Marcus, who just stood up and sat down on cue but never danced. The rest of the video is about the other grade levels. They were slow motion shots from my Samsung J7 Prime. Every school level had their own awesome choreography and one group took it to the next level. This was fun for me to watch as a parent because I was a bit introverted back in my elementary days. What was fun was what we got to see a diverse group and learn that some of our friends had chosen the same school for their kids. This was pre-COVID era and that's why you don't see social distancing nor do you see anybody with masks. This was a fun time to look back into. Why I adamantly told my wife to choose a Montessori school stems from my experience as a kid. I had a half brother who had everything. He was smart and he was a very cool kid. Most importantly, my dad spent a lot of time with him than with me growing up. Now, that was another time and another story. My half bro studied in OB Montessori in Green Hills, and one of the things I noticed is that his school nurtured his talents and instead of trying to force the norm. My school was more of a military type of academy. It isn't now, but when I was in my alma mater, I was undergoing the most strictest and most challenging curricula that a young student may undergo here in the Philippines. And that is not even a joke. Again, that's another story for another time, but when I watched these intramurals and saw that even when things were in some utter chaos, there was order to be seen and kids were really having fun. And that is something I want for my children. I want them to enjoy their childhood while they are at school. Grades really don't matter. Teachers measure it and it can lead to success in the future with a high probability. But to me, creativity and problem solving is something I value. I want my kids to learn and value the things that are important to them. I want them to be creative and be a leader. And I think that this was a good school for them during preschool. It's pricey and my only problem was parking, but it was money well spent. One of the things that I was very thankful for with Mondriaan and Aura is that they knew we were frontliners during the start of the COVID pandemic. They knew that we, parents of Marcus and Luther, couldn't physically be there during the online classes. The teachers spent extra time with my kids, and now that the school year has ended, I was glad that my kids are now great at reading and writing. They are 5 and 7 years old right now, and I'm coming home with them telling me about stuffs they learn in online school. One of the other things I am thankful for is that they stuck with teaching my kids in the English language. I only teach them Tagalog words when they want to. I was also faced with the same dilemma when I was at their age. I could only speak and think in English because my dad kept making me watch Looney Tunes Laserdiscs when I was a kid. The English language was a handicap they probably inherited from me. But Mondriaan Aura Montessori doesn't see it that way. Instead, they continue to teach my kids in English and enhance on it, rather than tell them to not speak that way because it was unnationalistic. That was it for me during my elementary days. People thought I was an introvert, but in reality, I just couldn't understand Tagalog. Eventually, I did learn and I mastered Tagalog, but English really is my medium. So, when I see a bash comment on my YouTube vlog that I was having a hard time speaking in English, I can take it. If you like this video, hit me up with a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell for notifications. Choose all to get notified when the next vlog will come out. All videos in my channel are edited by my now affiliate partner Cyberlink Power Director. Check out bit.ly/0md Power Director for more. Thank you guys for watching. See you on the next vlog. This is Zero Melia MD, physician, firefighter, and EMT. Peace out.